Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the first church of sports entertainment. It is the Sideline Junkies. The church doors are open. Find a seat in the pew. Turn to your neighbor. Tell them it's great to have sports, baby. Football is here. And that's what we're going to talk about today. We're going to give you a react real quick to Paul versus Tyson, college football roundup. Take you back on the Eagles Commanders. Ball says, take out our 6 games. Boom, we're going to get out of here. We're going to pass the collection plate also. So don't forget your money. We don't mind the kind that jingle, but we prefer the kind that fold. Meanwhile, I'm the Midnight Rider. That's the Gentleman Jack. That is the big guy KG, and he's the host of your show. So, ladies and gentlemen, I turn over the pulpit to the big guy KG.
What's going on, good people?
Mom.
As the Midnight Rider said, it is the Sunday Rise. First and foremost, Jack, Midnight Rider, how y'all feeling?
Good, man.
I'm good.
I'm good. I'm ready.
All right. Well, let me ask you this: that fight on on Friday night. Start with the Gentleman Jack. How did y'all feel about that? Like, was it even worth it?
Well, you guys recall I have been hyping it up a little bit ever since the first one was canceled. Big Tyson fan, big. I mean, there's not many Tyson fights I didn't see. I started watching Mike Tyson on Friday night top ranked boxing on ESPN. I mean, he was devastating in his days, and I think me being such a huge Tyson fan, I was hoping for that glimpse of the past. I really did, man. I was telling my daughter all about Mike Tyson, the baddest man on the planet. And she's just, sitting there and she's looking at stats and she's looking at video and she's like, ooh, like that. And I'm just like, you don't know what it was like live, man. You hurried up to the location you were going to watch the fight because you ain't know if it was going more than one round. I missed Tyson fights by getting popcorn one time, dude. I wanted to get popcorn, come back, it was over. And so, God, I just wanted to see some, but it was a joke. It was a JOKE. It's all in entertainment for Jake Paul. It's all a performance. I mean, he has no boxing skills. He slaps more than he punches. Jake Paul does, and I just didn't. I wasn't happy after the fight was over. I was disappointed, but I came back to reality. Mike's 58. I mean, I'm 56. I mean, yeah, he's probably a little better shape than me, but it was a joke. That's what I see. What do you think, Midnight Rider?
To quote the lyrical genius Deion Sanders, must be the money. He got 20 million reasons why he was in that ring the other night, and he wasn't going to let it go away. It's just something about this venue and the way it was all set up. I just saw even the slap in the pre-fight. I felt WWE. I didn't feel like it was actual boxing or any kind of thing. It felt like a spectacle, and it became a spectacle. So I wasn't disappointed because I expected it to be just garbage, and that's what it sounds like it was. I didn't even waste time. KG? Ooh, mute? The mute savage. Oh,
you gotcha. Early. It's once a show, but we get ganked on the mute.
I'm gonna tell y'all something. I was feeling like Jack. I was expecting a glimpse. I was expecting something, and it didn't happen. It didn't come, and I was like, he playing with him because there's plenty of times he could have knocked him out. I said it last night on the WrestleManiacs. That fight should have been over first to second round because I didn't even see Tyson's signature combo, the right to the body and the uppercut. Did not see it at all. So yeah, I'm not. It was all for the money. and they had an agreement not to hurt one another. I'm good with that, but I think he should have hurt him.
Yeah. End of the fight.
Just to knock him down the page.
End of the fight, there was, I don't know, 30 seconds, 20 seconds. Jake Paul's bowing to Mike, and Mike's trying to shake his hand. I ain't never seen nothing like that in no boxing match. The best fight of the night was Katie Taylor and Amanda Serrano. Boy, they was brawling again. That was part 2. Yeah, I think Katie Taylor butted her quite a few times. That eye, I don't know if you've seen it, KG. Her eye was just hanging down almost over her eye. It was gross. But I seen their first fight, boy. Them girls brawl. And that Amanda Serrano, she is a warrior. She jumped up 3 weight classes to fight that weight. So, yeah.
Matty Ice is Paul. I think he knew he had the fight won. Could have knocked Tyson out if he wanted to, but didn't. Knew Tyson had no legs and couldn't hurt him. That's not the Tyson we saw in training. We saw flashes of the old Mike in training. Where was that guy?
I thought about that. Yeah, we saw flashes, but we saw clips. Those was clips. Mike could have threw those 3 punches and sat down and took a break. You know what I'm saying? Those clips we were seeing, yes, sir, that was violent Mike Tyson. But like I say, those were clips, man. This whole thing was staged to be entertainment, and it didn't entertain me.
Matty Ice said, listening from high up at the Kent State rink, doing some evaluating the young officials. always the working man.
Yes, he is. In good hands with Matty Ice.
Next up, we got that college football roundup. It was a busy day in the nation. Number 18, Colorado beat Utah 49-24. Utah had the number 1 defense in the country, and they put up 49 points on them. So big ups to Colorado, Coach Prime.
We've been saying it the whole time. They have the best collection of skill players in any other college football teams. That's it.
Who, Colorado?
Yeah.
Agree. I mean, they got 2 stud wide receivers out.
Mm-hmm.
2. And they still got 4 studs. I mean, their wide receiver core is one of the best in the nation. And Shedeur just gets off, man. He does what he needs, man. He's always looking downfield. Shedeur is, no matter who's on his tail or who's nipping at his heels. He's looking downfield, and he continues to make plays. He's up there on that Heisman list. I expect to see him in the Heisman room.
Number 17, Clemson beats Pittsburgh 24-20.
Did y'all see that game?
No.
Okay. Were you going to throw some numbers out? Because I seen
What you
it.
got? Okay.
It was awesome. I don't have the numbers, but you go ahead, KG. Cade with Klubnik kid.
Cade Klubnik. Cade Klubnik 27-41, 288 and 2 TDs. Also led the team in rushing with 10 carries, 41 yards and a touchdown. Antonio Williams, 13 catches, 149 and 2 touchdowns. For Pittsburgh, Nate Yarnell, 34-54, 350, 1 touchdown, 1 interception. Desmond Reed, 14 carries, 68 yards, also had 10 catches for 108 yards.
Yeah, Pittsburgh played tough. They went down and kicked the go-ahead field goal. It was somewhere in the minute 30 range, and Clemson came out and proceeded to throw a couple outs to advance the ball to about the 50-yard line, and then they called a design quarterback keep. And, man, they were coming at Clemson, blitz all out, and Klubnik broke it up the middle, kicked it outside, 50-yard touchdown, ball game. It was a hell of a way to see Clemson. They were fighting for a field goal just to tie it up, and Klubnik broke a 50-yard run. It was awesome. They were going crazy. And Pittsburgh was frowning because that game was played in Pittsburgh yesterday, too.
Number 3, Texas beat Arkansas 20-10. Number 2, Ohio State 31-7 over Northwestern. Number 25, Tulane beat Navy and that drops Navy to 7-3 after a hot start, but they beat them 35-0. They got swallowed up by the Green Wave.
Yeah, man.
Alabama beat Mercer 52-7. LSU, number 21, LSU drops a heartbreaker to Florida 27-16. SMU keeps rolling. At number 14, they beat Boston College 38-28.
Yeah, but the thing about SMU, man, their defense going to have to tighten up if they want to win an ACC championship. I watched that game as well. I wanted to see, I've been seeing clips of SMU. I've been hearing Midnight Rider talk about SMU, which he's been on the SMU train all season. SMU's quarterback, he's real nice. He's got a cannon on him too. They're getting a taste of what ACC football is about. I thought BC was going to beat them. I hadn't checked the score till now, so yeah, I didn't know SMU won by 10. That game was back and forth all day.
All right, let's run through the rest of this quick rapid fire. Notre Dame, number 8 Notre Dame, 35-14 over Virginia. Louisville drops a heartbreaker to Stanford 38-35. Penn State continues to roll 49-10 over Purdue. Quickly, did y'all see the Purdue touchdown? How the field was painted?
Yeah.
Yes.
That was nuts, man. How you mispaint the field? I never and the cones, the pylons were wrong. Yeah, that
Crazy.
was nuts.
It's the chef's commercial all over.
Yeah.
yeah. And that tight end did y'all know that tight end for Penn State, Warren? That boy is All-American. Tyler Warren, number 44. He's a beast.
Yeah, he had a big game a couple weeks ago.
Yeah, he had a big game yesterday, too.
Okay.
I think he's best tight end in the league, in the country.
Number 23, South Carolina beats number 24, Missouri, 34-30.
Mm-hmm.
K-State goes down to Arizona State, 24-14. Boise State, 42. San Jose State, 21. Ashton Jeanty, 32 carries, 159, and 3 touchdowns. He is solidifying that daggone Heisman case. Number 1, Oregon beats Wisconsin 16-13. Number 6, Tennessee goes down to number 11, Georgia 31-17. Number 15, Texas A&M 38, New Mexico State 3. Number 19, Washington State goes down to New Mexico 38-35. And number 7, BYU is upset by Kansas 17-13.
Kansas is a solid squad. Good weekend of college football. It was good Saturday.
It was.
I like
Now
that.
Go ahead.
No, I was going to just say real quick. The South Carolina Missouri game was the one I watched. It was a barn burner. Good game, going back and forth. 2 late drives. They go up 30-27. Missouri does with like a minute and some change left, and then boom, turn around. South Carolina goes down the field, scores a touchdown, wins the ball game.
Don't get no better than that.
No.
All right, next up. We can't call it Moaning Monday. We can't call it Take It Back Tuesday, but we got to move on from it.
It was effing Friday is what it was.
Yeah, it was. Thursday night, our Commanders lost by 8 to the Philadelphia Eagles. Jayden Daniels, 23 of 32, 191, and 1 touchdown and 1 pick. B-Rob, 16 carries, 63 yards, and a touchdown. Austin Eckler, 8 receptions, 89 yards. On the other side, Jalen Hurts, 18 of 28, 221. Saquon Barkley, 26 carries, 146, and 2 touchdowns. A.J. Brown, 5 receptions, 65 yards. Jack, what were your thoughts on this game?
Philly is I hate saying like I said, but like we've seen, Philly's been clicking. That offense is just clicking, man, and it took advantage of the Washington secondary until they gave an option. When the passing was going, then they broke Saquon out, and Saquon broke it loose in the second half. That's where Saquon really hurt us. I thought Washington did a good job in the first half, but second half was a little bit more letdowns. I was expecting more points out of Washington, so I don't know. I don't, not. You know, so Washington's record now is what? 7-3?
7-4.
7-4. Not a bad place to be when you're supposed to have been the cellar dweller of the NFC East. So they need to just stand up, wipe themselves off, and get into this second half of the season schedule, in which I think could be good to Washington, what they got coming up. So that's what I seen, Midnight Rider. What about you, brother?
Saw a team that was battered and banged up and gave a fight for 3 quarters and ran out of gas in the fourth. I mean, shout out to the young fella Jalen Carter. If last night was a showcase of who he's going to be, it's going to be a long 10 years of this kid causing havoc and creating havoc. But it looked like our line was tired and beat up. It looked like our defense gave everything they had. And then it was just they were on the field too much. I think I heard a stat that like they were on the field for something like 145 plays after the game started Sunday. So Pittsburgh and they had about 145 plays that they endured. It was over 60 minutes of time of possession by both teams in the game. I think it was 36 by Pittsburgh and 33 by Philadelphia. So it just sounded like a team that just ran out of gas. And it's odd, but I'm gonna tell y'all, pay attention. It's always with Philly. There's always a random late touchdown in this game that adds to the final score. So whoever's winning, they will score a touchdown, whether it's a fumble that's really not a fumble. It's I think the one Monday night game, there was the toss back because they was trying to do the annexation of Puerto Rico, and the ball ended up in the end zone.
Whoa.
Just yes.
Can't miss the Puerto Rico. Come on, y'all. Oh,
I love
where's DJ at?
Oh,
where's DJ, man? Come on.
I love it. But yeah, that's just kind of how it's been. So it just seems like these two teams play tight ball games, and then there's the play that takes it over whatever the number is. Go ahead, KJ.
I think they played a very well-rounded game. Offense struggled, yes. It just seemed like they were tired. Remember, they played on Sunday, and you turned right back around and played on Thursday. This is the first time they've lost 2 games back-to-back all season. I'm cool with that. What I'm not cool with, once again, is the fan base. People in the fan base, not the whole fan base. People in the fan base talking about, oh, well, guess what? We about to be 7-10. We ain't no better than what we were a year before last year. This the same shit all over again. If that's how you feel about this team, get off the bandwagon, get off the fan base, go apply somewhere else. Take that shit to Dallas, Chicago, somewhere else. We don't need that here. If you got negativity like that all up in you, take that elsewhere. You think Jaden's a bad quarterback after what happened Sunday, and then you think he's an even worse quarterback after what happened Thursday, we don't need you. We don't want you. Please go away. I promise you we won't miss you. I promise you. We are building something new, and I like what the Midnight Rider said. It's a pot of gumbo.
Technically, those aren't even my words.
Oh,
Those are the words of...
I get them.
No. I love it because you remembered it, and you kind of brought a little. I appreciate that because you actually listen to me sometimes. But no, it's their thing. One of the Commanders logs. I can't remember if it's the first or the second, but they start the thing talking about it's a big pot of gumbo. I think it's right around the free agency one, so I think that's Commanders log 2. And take a chance. That's where I got it from. It's their own words.
Then you also have other people, other fan bases calling Jaden Daniels a fraud, and he's a fraud. He's not really that good, and y'all just masking what he can do. he's not that good because y'all not gonna win the division. Okay, even if we are in contention for the division, we are way ahead of schedule. This is a recalibration year, not a rebuild. Cut it out, man. Leave us be. But it's cool. Moving right along, fellas. We didn't have it last week. We got it this week. It's time for The Boss Says.
Morning to everybody. This is the Boss B coming through. Thank you for joining the Sunday Rise on the Sideline Junkies Podcast Network. I'm going to get straight into my Bills and Chiefs game today. Good morning to the fellas, the big guy KG, Gentleman Jack, and the Midnight Rider. Morning, fellas. Quickly, another big regular season matchup for the Bills. Because, I mean, don't get me wrong, it's a big game for the Chiefs also, but they're 9-0. They're rolling. For Buffalo to have any chance at the 1 seed, they have to win this game today. But like always, in the middle of the season, the Buffalo Bills become a mass unit. Amari Cooper is questionable. If I had to bet money, he's not playing today. Keon Coleman is out. Dalton Kincaid is out. So Sean McDermott, Joe Brady, just go ahead and go get old reliable off the sideline. The gold cape that you're going to put on Josh Allen, because he's going to have a day today to get them through this. Also, I think the keys to the game is Greg Rousseau, AJ Epineza, and if we have an Ed Oliver side to put some pressure on the Kansas City Chiefs to slow down that offense, maybe, get in Pat Mahomes' face a little bit. I think Pacheco is questionable. So it should be a good game today. I think the Bills are favored at home by 2.5, which means it's leaning to the Chiefs. And if I had to bet money, I think it's going to be the Chiefs today. But for Buffalo to win this game, Josh has to have 200 passing, 50 rushing. Cook has to be over 70 yards rushing. Khalil Shakir over 70 yards receiving. And you got to get a game out of Dawson Knox. You have to get what you have left. I mean, this would be the first time the Kansas City Chiefs have faced the new look Bills offense, and they're not getting everybody. And if you are a betting person, I would bet a prop if they have Curtis Samuel one catch. It'd probably make you a millionaire if you bet $10. So I'm going to take the Chiefs today. I think they're going to edge out the Bills. I think they're going to go to 10-0 today. Even with Buffalo dropping the game, they still have a 5 or 6 game lead in the AFC East. But the Chiefs they find ways to win. It's hard to bet against them. And it's just one of them things where Josh Allen has all his wins in the regular season versus Patrick Mahomes, which means nothing at this point because we're waiting for a January win. So I'm not going to go too much into January right now. You guys have a good rest of the show. Give me the Chiefs, but the Bills will cover. I think it's going to be a close game, but I think the Chiefs will edge them out.
That is the Boss BJ with The Boss Says. Jack be grooving. When that music hit, Jack be getting it. Jack be getting it.
Yeah, I like the jams. I like the music. I like what BJ said.
I gotta say this. I love the way he puts that. But fellas, we got games coming up. And let's jump into that game first. I love the way he puts it. The Chiefs versus Bills. I believe it's in Buffalo. 2.5 point favorite is the Bills. Over under 46.5. Let's go ahead and start there. Jack, what you got? Take it away.
Buffalo, they've been playing good ball. 8-2 record right now. I agree with what BJ said. Allen's gonna have to pull a rabbit out of his hat, possibly. It's just like I always say, next man up. Buffalo's fighting some injuries and their wide receiver core is down a little bit, but I don't see that being a problem. Allen's 3-1 against Kansas City in regular season games. So you got Kansas City at 9-0. They have been finding ways to win more than half of their wins. I mean, I'm not saying that's a bad thing. That's always a good thing to be able to find a way to win. They won 15 straight now, going back. And Mahomes and Kelsey, I see having a hot day today. I think them two are going to play catch. But, their holy savior, their place kicker, Butker, he's on IR now. He had surgery this week on his knee. So that might be key to Kansas City's run in playoffs too, because, in today's NFL, man, a lot of games has been decided by one score. And a lot of Kansas City's games been decided by that. So I'm going Buffalo to knock Kansas City from the ranks of the unbeaten. And I'm going to take the over. You can't take an under in a Buffalo-Kansas City game, man. So JC takes Buffalo in the over. What you got, Midnight Rider?
Well, the Midnight Rider feels like this is going to be a close ball game. But I think Jack Carr said the right part. They just put Butker on the injury report or IR. And I think that's what affects today's game. The Midnight Rider feels that the Bills will win this. It'll be a 3-point difference. And I think they'll win this ball game because Stratter, the kid that they signed off of the practice squad, is going to miss one today. I think he's going to miss the field goal and an extra point today. Ooh. And Chiefs will be back in the hunt for signing somebody. So give me the Bills, the 2.5, and the over. Because like Jack Carr says, there's no way you take an under in the Bills-Chiefs ball game.
It's going to be a lot of offense, a lot of fast pace, a lot of tempo. Patty Mahomes is going to be walking up behind the center as soon as the ball's spotted. That's what I think. I think it's going to be a quick-paced game today.
Not 2 in a day. Oh, Lord. He got him twice. Once. Twice. You on mute?
We ain't got no. Oh, he got 2 mute bugs today.
I'm going with the Bills today because the Bills always beat the Chiefs during the regular season. It's in the playoffs that is sketchy. But the Bills will take them out of the undefeated round. The
72 Dolphins?
Yeah, they'll pop their champagne cork today.
Man, I swear all y'all.
Their daddy's records. I want my daddy's records.
Speaking of popping champagne corks and history being made, do you guys know what happened 56 years ago today?
Oh, Jesus.
Jesus Christ. It's 1968.
Yeah.
Let me guess. Earl Morrall came in and for the Colts and beat somebody?
No.
68.
68 was all about one team.
The Jets.
The Jets was feeling great.
The Heidi game was 56 years ago today.
Okay.
That was the game where the Jets were leading and NBC changed the channel and put on Heidi. And the Raiders came back and scored 2 touchdowns and beat the Jets. And they said that they got so many phone calls up at NBC that the fuses blew on the switchboard. And people were inconsolable.
Well, back then, you didn't have as many games.
Huh?
I said you didn't have access to as many games, so that was like probably the national game of the day or something.
Yeah, but also remember this, and I say this all the time. I said if you look at it, the Raiders have been involved in some of the greatest games. The Sea of Hands game, the Holy Roller, the Immaculate Reception, Goes to the Post. The Raiders are involved in all of those great games, if you notice.
Well, that's also because back then the writers actually were creative and then just put everything as something gate or so like Spygate and Flygate and
Flakegate.
Gate. Yeah.
Yeah.
But
There's a level of creativity in the name of the games.
There was. And before I get off, since we're talking about history, let me tell you this real quick. You got Jets versus Colts. The only Super Bowl matchup that never can be replayed in the Super Bowl, but you're getting it in the regular season today. You got Aaron Rodgers versus Joe Flacco. And ironically, what number does Joe Flacco wear?
15.
Okay. I give you a bonus pick. Joe Flacco wearing 15 as the backup will defeat Aaron Rodgers and the Jets 31-12. There it is.
The only way
That's a bonus
playing,
pick.
only way he's playing though is if the kid gets hurt. They turn
Next
the
up.
keys over. Huh?
So you called the under on that,
I
right?
thought Flacco was
Nah, they put-
Flacco was the starter for the rest of the day.
Nah, they changed that up on Wednesday.
Come on, man. You know that owner said we got all this money riding on this. We gotta figure this out.
Yeah,
This ain't the way you figure it out, though.
they put
It
Anthony
is.
back in there.
You gotta find out because you gotta know next year because if they pick it high, you gotta pick a quarterback. It's the same thing with the Jets. I don't know what the Jets are thinking, but when this all season comes, you might have to say bye-bye to A-Rod and take back your organization because you're not gonna be this bad ever again. It's gonna be time to take that QB. Even if you guys sit them for a year behind A-Rod. If you want to do that, that's fine. But you got to get your quarterback.
Okay.
That's enough of my
Well, I still think the Colts will win this game, but Falcons versus Broncos.
Can you put the Colts numbers back up for me?
We didn't have the Colts numbers. That was a bonus pick.
Oh, okay.
That was a bonus.
Well, I had a lot. Let me just interject a little bit and add my taste on this. I think the Jets are going to jump all over the Colts. The Colts got one of the worst defenses in the league. The only bright spot for the Colts is Jonathan Taylor, and he can't win that game by himself. So I think Rodgers going to ball out 250, 2 touchdowns. Wilson going to get 100 yards and a touchdown. This is going to be Jets' 4th win of the year. I don't think it's going to help them any. I still think they're not a good team. I mean, it's a shame because their defense is solid.
All right. Next up, Falcons versus Broncos. Broncos 1.5 point favorites. Over under is 44.5. Jack Carr, take it away.
Kirk Cousins, my boy, my dog. Oh, Kirk Cousins against Bo Nix. I like Bo Nix too. Broncos defense going to give Cousins and the Falcons some problems. Is Robinson's running back over there, right, Bijan?
heck yeah.
Yeah. I think he's going to chisel through that Broncos defense a little bit, and I think Cousins is going to have a nice day. Bo Nix is going to continue to improve, but I just don't think the Broncos are a good enough team to beat the Falcons. So, Falcons under for JC. That's what I say.
Oh, okay. Well, the Midnight Rider feels like this is going to be a good ball game. And the reason we put this up here is because I think the Broncos have stolen some ball games and put themselves in position to try to make the playoffs. And if you watch the draft show, there's a certain guy. There's a guy that talked about Bo Nix being a fit for Sean Payton and that being a marriage made in heaven. And so far, it's played out. They had their moments, but I still believe in Bijan. Bijan to infinity.
You're not going to sing it?
Huh?
You're not going to sing it?
What did I sing?
I still believe someday you and me. Go ahead. Go ahead, Mariah. Sing it.
Let's just keep one dude on this show singing. We don't need 2 dudes singing.
So no, I think Bijan gets his. I think this is a day where he goes for his 150 and 2 tutties. That's not blue magic. It's not blue magic. It's a call. It's my bold prediction. Because I think this Broncos defense is stingy when it comes to the pass game, and I think they rush the passer well. So I think this is where Robinson and Algier have to make up the difference and then I'm taking the Falcons to win. And I'll go with the over on this because this does look like a 27-24 type of ball game.
Okay.
With the Broncos being late, but I think they make one mistake too many, and it causes them the ball game.
Short and sweet. Go ahead and give me the Falcons. Give me the Falcons 28-24. So give me the over. Kirk Cousins gonna do Kirk. Nah, you're not gonna see Kirk Cousins. You're gonna see Kirk Thuggins. You're gonna see a flash of what he can do and how smart he is as a quarterback. If I'm not mistaken, Kirk Cousins has a return engagement in DC coming up soon, doesn't he?
Mm-hmm.
You like that?
Yeah. And I think
I like
that's
that, Jack.
you got to get when he gets here, but I don't want it in the win. I just want to hear him say it, you know. And I think when Kirk comes back to town, I think everybody should, as soon as he's introduced, you know, get off your feet.
Yeah.
And get out of your seat and get on your feet and give him a standing ovation.
Yeah, he should definitely get some love in Washington. I don't see why not.
Yeah, it shouldn't be no booze because he didn't leave willingly. He was forced out of town.
No.
Yeah, but that's because management was being like when you're a badly run company, you do dumb things.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
And McLuhan tried to get it done, and they didn't like Kirk because of Kirk's time with RG. So you knew they would never re-sign him, which made it even dumber for them to keep pushing up the price because they kept trying to sign him to franchise tags. It was stupid.
Mm-hmm. 2 years in a row, I believe he was franchise tagged.
Exactly.
And fat money, 30, 40 mil.
Mm-hmm.
They actually paid him more money in the two franchise tags than they would have paid him if they had just gone with what McLuhan said. I think the number I had was $72 million in guaranteed money is what Kirk would have had. I could be wrong on that, but that's the last time I looked it up. That's what I thought I came up with.
But yeah, give me the Falcons in this one.
Mm-hmm.
Next up, Broncos versus Chargers. Chargers 1.5 point favorites. Over under is 47.5. Jack Carr, take it away. Take it away.
Bengals.
You meant Bengals. You said Broncos, 40 and slow.
I'm sorry, Bengals versus Chargers.
Man.
Chargers 1.5 point favorites. Over and under is 47.5. Jack Carr, take it away.
It seemed like today's nickel got crunched up into a bunch of pennies, man. I've got no idea what games we doing. Bengals Chargers here, huh? All right, let's roll with it.
I got you, Jack. Let me start real quick.
Chargers, hey, Bear.
You don't mind? If you mind, let me go first.
All right, sure, sir. I mean, I just wasn't I hadn't thought about this game yet.
This is a me. This is a me thing. I apologize. The Midnight Rider at 4:30 got on the NFL.com and started looking at games, and I just saw Bengals Chargers. And the real reason I picked this game or thought we should even talk about this ball game is because the Bengals are at a point where they have to win something. They gotta shit or get off the pot. They've been playing some good football. They've been in ball games, but if they don't get a W here, pretty much their season's over. Jamar Chase has played probably he's probably having one of the best seasons a wide receiver could have. Joe Burrow, I think in like 2 games against the Steelers, I'm not the Steelers, the Ravens, has like 900 yards and 6 touchdowns. It's absolutely ludicrous the numbers they're putting up. And today, they go into LA, San Diego, wherever the Chargers are playing, they're going to go in there and they're going to get a dub. And this is definitely taking it over. The only thing you got to worry about, the Bengals just got to stop J.K. Dobbins. If they can stop Dobbins and limit Ladd McConkey and Quentin Johnson, you're going to get something out of this ball game. And I think we hit the over, but I think the Bengals go into L.A. or San Diego or Jack Murphy, whatever stadium they playing in, and win this ball game to keep their hopes alive. They gotta staying alive, whatever you want to do, however KG you want to sing it, they gotta stay alive, and today's the ball game that's gonna do it.
Yeah, no, the Bengals, have had one of the toughest schedules this season. I mean, they played all the top teams, and they've had several one-score losses. They really have. They've had a tough break. But like you said, man, Joey Burrow, Ja'Marr Chase having outstanding seasons. What is Cincinnati's record right now, guys? 4 wins?
I think they're like 4-6, but I'll double check. Keep going. I got you. I'm looking it up right now.
Right. It's time for Cincinnati to right the ship in order to come up through the division and fight for a wild card. So
it's 4-6, Jack.
Thank you, sir. I think Cincinnati is just going to be on a mission today. I'm looking for them to hang 40. The Chargers, they can put offense up with you too. I just don't think they're going to score as much as Cincinnati today. So I'll take Cincinnati in the over by far.
KG? Oh, unmute first, KG.
Already did.
All right.
I think the Bengals go off on this one because if you shut down, let's say you come in and you focus on Ja'Marr Chase, who's balling out, thank God, because he's saving my behind. Gesicki is going to get you on the back end. So, and I think T. Higgins is healthy enough to play right now.
Yeah, I heard T. Higgins will be playing. Yes.
So, give me the Bengals in this one. I'm gonna call it under. Bengals 21, Chargers 10.
Okay. What did you pick?
Team ain't got they don't have Harbaugh's stamp on them yet.
You don't think so?
Nah, not yet.
I think they definitely do. I think they've been running J.K. Dobbins till his legs fall off.
Mm-hmm.
So I disagree. I will respectfully disagree with you on that one. Jack, I had the Bengals to win it outright and the over.
Thank you, sir. All right, let's get to one of our 20 games we call this one. What else we got left?
Next up, Steelers versus Ravens. Ravens are 3-point favorites. Over under is 48.5. Now, this right here has to be one of the best rivalries in the sport. They've met 60 times. Out of those 60, 36 of those times have been between Mike Tomlin and John Harbaugh. The Steelers are currently on a 3-game winning streak against the Ravens. And what is the standings? What is all-time series is 35-25, with the Steelers leading by 10 games. This is a knockdown, drag out, black and blue. This is what makes the AFC North a great division. This is your Cowboys, Redskins. This is your this is the AFC version of it. This is your Eagles, Giants. This is a rivalry that matches all rivalries. So, Jack, what you got?
May I interject 1 quick second? Records. 7. I just want to give records, Jack, and then it's all yours.
7-3-7-2.
There you go. 7. So we're talking about first place in AFC. Jack, take it away, baby.
Yeah, no, Baltimore has been hot. They've scored 30 points 6 times this year. That's a clicking ass offense right there. I think it's gonna see how Pittsburgh can contain Derrick Henry, because Derrick Henry's gonna open up the passing game with Andrews and the rest of the wide receiver core. Marlon Humphreys needs to help this very weak pass defense that Baltimore has, and I think Russell Wilson's going to exploit it. Russell's just experienced enough of a quarterback, smart enough of a quarterback. I think he's going to pick and choose where he hurts that Baltimore defense secondary today. Pickens is going to be flying. Najee Harris, it's going to be something. So Pittsburgh's going to beat Baltimore today, and it's going to be an under. It's going to be something like 2017, something like that. And let's see how Mr. Tucker does today. Mr. Tucker usually kicks the ball well in Steelers games. He's been known to have the last minute field goals against the Steelers in the past. So Stacey takes Steelers in the under.
I think if you can turn the sound up and watch this ball game, because you're going to hear a lot of thuds and a lot of pads clapping and smacking. I think this ain't for the weak. If you don't like physical football, go ahead and go over to turn to something else, because they're going to be thudding. They are going to bump. They're going to thump and grind today in this ball game. The beauty of this series, I think it talks to because I think Jack or the KG just said it, but you got two coaches that have been in the same building each for like 13 or 14 years. So this is just ingrained in them. Like you can't surprise each other no more because you know each other. Like even with changing of the coordinators, you know the personality. And the standard is the standard, as Mike Tomlin says. You know what I'm saying? Who has it better than us? Nobody is what the Harbaugh say. So that's what we're going to get into today. It's going to be who's got the most, what's the word I want to use? No, who wants to be more physical and who's got something left after the end of this. It's not going to be a situation where somebody dominates. It's going to be who can last through all the physicality and still have something left to win the ball game. And I'm going to go out on a limb. My bold prediction is the Steelers win this. We hit the under. And the only reason we don't go into overtime is because Justin Tucker misses a late field goal.
See what I'm saying?
Yeah, you want to write that down. It's not a blue magic guarantee.
No, I've been worried about Tucker's reliability. I mean, he's not that damn old. I mean, kickers can kick till what, 45, 47?
Yeah, but I think they said something else about it being mechanical.
Yeah, I've heard that.
And I'm guessing he might be hiding an injury or something like that. So he's trying to compensate. That's what I think. But, I mean, who am I besides the Midnight Rider?
You the man with the plan.
I am he and him.
I gotta go the other way from you guys. I gotta say the Ravens win this one, and they win it because of Justin Tucker. Justin Tucker drills a 53-yard field goal to win this game, 27-24, which gives me the over, and it covers the 3. So, give me the Ravens in this.
Tuck field goal to win. I got it.
So we got field goal to lose and a field goal to win it.
Yeah, we do.
We're covered all bases. We can just come on and be like, see what we told you? We told you that.
That's going to be the 1 o'clock game I key on. I'm probably going to be on that channel the most during the 1 o'clock games. Like you say, rivalry game, man, ain't nothing better. And we had a bunch of them in college football yesterday, too.
There's got to be rivalry week because here we got another one. Seahawks versus Niners. Niners are 6.5-point favorites, over under 48.5. Jack Carr, take it away.
NFC West battle, baby. I mean, usually it's just San Fran running away with stuff, but both of them are struggling a little bit. San Fran 5-4, Seattle 4-5. Seattle's coming off the bye too, so they should be rested, a little bit more healthy. Is Metcalf back for them? I heard rumor he might be playing today. I did not confirm. Anybody?
I haven't seen anything else on him yet.
I'll
stick to watch. I'm watching the greatest sports show in the morning for football.
So
they got the actors up right now. If I see it, I'll let you know something.
Yeah, they need Metcalf back, man. DK is such an explosive player, but I think San Fran with McCaffrey back just opens up too many other avenues in the offense for San Fran, and I think they're going to score good today too. So I'll take San Fran in the over today because I think Geno's going to put up a couple touchdowns, whether Metcalf's back or not. somehow Geno Smith just is getting it done still for, a guy that's been labeled basically a career backup, but he's, been a starter on and off these past couple of years. It's been Geno as a starter by injury most of the time, but he does all right out there, but I just don't see him beating this San Francisco squad with all their weapons. So San Fran over. Midnight Rider.
So since the big guy KG likes to give history lessons, 30, let's say 40 years ago, where there was, and it's probably longer than that, when there was Jim Zorn and Steve Largent, this would have never been a divisional game because they would have been in the AFC West back then, as opposed to the NFC West right now. So it's amazing how our landscape changes. And I'm not going to get into the baseball version of this because that's going to be a diatribe that I don't want to go down. But Seahawks, Niners, the last couple of years, they've given you everything to make it a rivalry, from the Michael Crabtree and Richard Sherman saga, the whole nine. They've been the reason. Basically, they go through each other to figure out who's the champs in the West. And this game does anything less. I think the only thing that we're missing out is, even with DK Metcalf out, the Seahawks have Jackson Smith and Jigba. So that kid gets his. It's an Ohio State wide receiver, if you don't remember. But he's going to play well today. You have Kenneth Walker, the running back. He's going to get his. But I just don't think it's enough. I would take the Seahawks to cover the number because it's a 6.5 number. I think the over is going to happen. But I think the Niners win the ball game.
Got you.
I don't know if the Niners got enough to beat the Seahawks. And I say that because the Niners have dealt what they normally deal with, rash of injuries and things like that. Brother, give me the Seahawks in this one. Give me the Seahawks. I think this is going to be an offensive onslaught. Give me the Seahawks 31-27. So that's giving me the over.
Got you. Yes, sir. Yeah.
So we got a little time. Let's do a bonus.
What happened? We're not doing Green Bay, Chicago?
That's our bonus.
Hello.
And that's a divisional game. That is a long time game. When we talk about rivalries, that's one that I should have mentioned earlier. And what's crazy? Hold on, I'm trying to pull my thing up here.
Whoa, Paul!
Because I keep hey. Hey, mind your business. Mind your business. This has been going on since, what was their first meeting? First meeting was November 27th, 1921. The Staleys versus the Packers. 20-0 Staleys. 208 meetings total. Of course, the Packers lead the all-time series because the Packers were one of the most dominant teams during the 50s and 60s. And during that time, and then through the 70s, the Bears were in the off time, but 107, 95, and 6.
Wow.
And that goes to the Packers. They've only met twice in the playoffs. They met in the Western Divisional in 41 and the NFC Championship in 2010. Jack Carr, take it away. Packers 5.5-point favorites, over under 40.5.
Green Bay 6-3. Coming off a bye. Got a little bit more healthy. I believe Josh Jacobs is going to be a key today. I think Josh Jacobs' running game is going to open up some passing for Caleb, of course. Chicago, man, their offense is just broke. I don't get it. The average 3.7 yards a play, 9 points in the last 3 games. They got a new offense coordinator. They're bringing Thomas Brown's going to be calling the plays today.
Series because the Packers won.
But, this offense has no touchdowns in the past 2 games. And the Bears have not beat the Packers since 2018. I don't think 2024 is going to happen. Green Bay got to score 30-some points to get the over here, I think. Yeah, Green Bay in the over. Jordan Love, 3 touchdown passes.
Blue Magic?
You know when it's Blue Magic. It's not Blue Magic.
It's a bold prediction.
Yeah, I think he's going to throw for 3 touchdowns.
Okay.
Dobbs is back too, right? Isn't Dobbs with him over there?
Yeah.
That'd be nice to have him back.
So we're talking about Bears, Packers. It's the Aaron Rodgers was your daddy. Jordan Love is your daddy bowl. I still don't see, even with the change of coordinators, I just think Chicago doesn't do enough to keep the young fella engaged. And I said this in the draft process, KG. Remember me always saying, it's just something about this kid not being able to stay on schedule that bothers me. It's just something about his not making plays on time. And maybe that was his offensive line in college, but he got into that habit where it seems like he has to do the spectacular instead of just taking the profit. And with that all being said, there's a couple of my friends that know me. They probably trying to figure out who I am because I don't believe in taking the profit. I believe in going for the juggler. Jack probably believes that because he knows my gambling style. So it's just what I am. But I think the Packers win this ball game. I think the Packers cover. But I just don't know if the Packers got enough to get us to the – I don't think the Bears have enough to get us to the over.
Right. That's what I'm worried about.
And I saw the you doing the math in your head, Jack. I saw it.
Mm-hmm.
I saw the wheels turning. I saw the gerbil on the wheel, getting everything cranked up. And I just don't know if there's enough to for us to get to the over. So I'm gonna take the under because I can see this as more of a 27-10 type of ball game. And I think Jordan Love does give you the 3 TDs because love is inevitable. Love is a great place. Love is kind. Love is gentle. I'm done with my love references. Go ahead.
I got it.
When you stop.
See, KG, I had to do that because we in church. 1 Corinthians. See, that's why I gave you that. See?
I gotta agree when I say, and Bears fans are insufferable. Let me just say that they are insufferable because they swear up and down that Caleb is better than Daniels, and they bash Daniels, and Caleb's better. He should have got Rookie of the Week, and we're not worried about Rookie of the Week. We worried about Super Bowls. Y'all should have never won that game. Y'all just fluky, and it's always bashing everybody else. But you have to realize you don't have an offensive line. That was shown against the Colts when Caleb went to drop back and everybody was in his face. That's not a Caleb problem. That's a offensive line team problem. He can't be successful if you don't put successful people around him. He is a talent, but I'll be damned if anybody makes it seem like this kid's a problem and why Chicago's playing the way that they're playing. He's doing everything he can. What you want him to do? You want him to snap the ball, catch it, throw it to himself. You want him to be the running back. You want him to play defense. You want him to kick the extra points and the field goals. You want him to paint your back portion, fill up your Gatorade cooler. He's capable, but that's not his job. And I don't see Chicago winning this game. I see the Packers winning this one, running away. I see Caleb Williams having an awesome game, but his team's going to let him down. And him, I think this was a couple of weeks ago. We didn't cover it, but he had scrambled around, and DJ Moore walked off the field while he was scrambling in the middle of a play. He walked off the field.
I think he rolled his ankle on that play. It's not an excuse. I'm just saying he limped off the field during the play. Not an excuse.
That's what it sound like to me. I don't give a damn if you broke your leg. If you can crawl and at least have him hit you while you land on the ground, you on your knees, and he can still throw a dot for a first down to win a game, you do what you got to do, and you get off the field later.
That sounds like something was going on there because Moore is a dog, man. He's not a sissy boy. He's not a prima donna. Moore is a dog. So, yeah, I understand what was seen on screen, but I agree with Midnight Rider. I think something's wrong with him.
It's just, I don't know, man. It's got to be better, but the Packers win this one early.
Yeah.
This is 38-16 Packers.
Yeah, over at halftime.
Yep.
I agree. So
now,
38-16.
To the favorite part of the show. Yes, sir.
Got you.
Let's talk about what you're eating.
Oh gosh, we done
Now,
already?
before we get into that,
Yeah, we
got through everything. And we did damn near 7 games.
Yeah. Thought y'all was gonna do a 12-pack.
Say that one more time, Jack, because I know you said something slick.
I thought we was gonna do a 12-pack maybe next week. I woke up this morning to see 2 more games, and then
That's
I look
my
at what
fault,
time
man.
it was.
Yeah,
I was
man.
like, oh yeah, Midnight Rider on his regular nightly routine.
Mm-hmm.
3 o'clock.
But I'll say this. Let's take a guess. Everybody out there that's watching, take a guess of what Jack's eating today, and take a guess about what the Midnight Rider's eating. If you guess chicken parm for Jack, and you guess chicken with peppers and onions for the Midnight Rider, you made just one. Jack Carr, what you eating today?
No, I didn't get into the chicken parm this week like I thought I would, but I'll tell you what we had yesterday. We had pre-Thanksgiving dinner yesterday, man. It was banging. We had my daughter's home again this weekend, and we had her best friend over, and we had a pre-Thanksgiving dinner last night. All the fixings, man. Stuffing, the mashed potatoes, the green bean casserole. So what we gonna have? I know I'm having a turkey sandwich for the gang because ain't nothing better than a leftover turkey sandwich. I haven't talked to Mama yet. They wasn't home when I got up. So let's just say I'm sure I'll be eating something good. I can't give you an answer right now because I don't know. We got some brats in there. We could pull out. I wouldn't mind a brat. Yeah, we're gonna do brats. We're gonna do brats, and if I can hit her, we get some onions and peppers.
There you go, Jack. Get some onions and peppers, baby.
Put some mustard on that joker, boy. Brats.
What kind of mustard you using, Jack?
Either or, gold spicy or the regular. But I like that golden. I like that golden mustard.
Yeah, I like them too.
I figure you'd be the Grey Poupon.
Nah, KG the Grey Poupon guy.
I need a Grey Poupon. But yeah,
man, I love y'all guys, man. If I don't say it ever again, just know it for facts, man. So since we're doing last night's menu was yesterday for lunch we did pork chops.
Pork chops and applesauce.
And then last night we did Mario steak and cheese. So that the steak, I'm gonna give them this is my review. I think the food is different, but because they use such a good quality of steak, it makes up for the lack of Lefty and those guys being there. You know what I'm saying? Like it's missing that old school with the movie Soul Food. Like it's missing that love. That love is just not in the food, but the food is still good. But I don't think it's like top 5 steak and cheese anymore. I think they're like in the top 15 of steak and cheese places right now.
Okay.
But today's menu, because I was being thoughtful ahead of time, I made spaghetti sauce last night or yesterday, and so I'm just gonna do some spaghetti, and call it a day. And then the kid also has the option because I did do some ground beef, so he could also do tacos. I mean, not tacos, but nachos if he wanted to. Well, actually, no, he could do tacos too, because I got some soft tacos and everything else up there. So
you got the kid, and you're taking him back at
5:30. Yep.
5:30.
Yes, sir.
You know what? It's gonna come a time where he's gonna be taking you back at 5:30.
Oh man.
Hey, it's fine with me.
Let me tell you something. I'm gonna tell you one of the greatest feelings in the world. And Jack, I know you know because your daughter drives. When you go to get in the car and you get in on the passenger seat and you ain't got to drive your kids around, your kids drive you around.
Yes. The first time I did it, I was on my phone, and then I started thinking, holy, what am I doing here? You know, you on the phone with your 16, 17-year-old driving. But I'll tell you, the way we did it when my daughter got her learners, we let her drive us everywhere. We had chauffeur. We go to, family reunions in Pennsylvania. We go down south, let her drive. And that's what I recommend to anyone. Don't be all, no, you're not driving. Man, let them drive while you're in the car. Shoot, there's no better way for them to learn.
Well, Jack being the philosopher and the great Jedi that he is, that is the part that I'm struggling with right now.
What's that?
Like, just turning over the keys to him.
Does he got a license, Lisa?
I think he's got his learners.
Do you let him drive you when y'all hanging? You should let him drive you home this evening.
I'll think about it, Jack. I'll think about that.
You keep me posted.
Probably means I probably won't, but
it's the best way, man.
I got you, man. I got you.
Versus,
we have a lot of conversations about like certain things to do when you're driving. I'll probably, at the turn of the year, I'll probably just let him do a lot of that driving from here on out.
Seriously, I recommend it highly, man. We can talk all the hell we want.
Right.
That's got to stay in here. A lot of times it goes in and comes out. But hands-on experience, we all three of us know that hands-on experience by far trumps that.
Totally understood.
I recommend it. I really recommend it, man.
I'm going to tell you something. And I lied to you not. I let Dario drive my car. Now, he normally drives my wife's car. But we were gone. We took my wife's car and we were gone. And he had to do something. He was in the house with his siblings and he had to go to the grocery store. And I was like, all right, you got to take Misty Blue. Misty Blue is a 2003 Mercury Grand Marquis. Cool. And I said, now you drove your cousin's Mustang. It's the same engine. It's rear wheel drive. It's just got a little bit more power under the hood. I said, you can't, stomp on the gas because you're going to burn out. It don't work like that. You got the ease on it. And it was raining. And I was like, you have to be careful. He was like, all right, I'm going to go to the grocery store and come back. He drove and came back. He said, oh my God. He said, I was scared. I was just going to drive too fast because the car started floating like a spaceship. Yeah, I know. That's why I love it. Because when I get on the road, I don't look down to see how fast I'm going. I just got to hear the GPS beeping and telling me that I'm doing 90. I don't realize I'm doing 90 because I'm floating. That right there was probably the biggest thing because I let him drive Misty Blue. And once he got that, I was like, hey, man, when she's sitting at the house and ain't nobody riding out, go ahead. Take and go where you got to go. I said, as long as you put gas in her, you're fine. And it's not a problem. Once you get over that part, you're good. So.
Okay.
Yeah, my boy Nick Catucci had a Mercury Grand Marquis. Boy, we call it the Ghost. Stories and that thing. Good little muggy.
Can I know we doing our wrap up, but I just saw something. De'Aaron Fox is having a weekend.
Yes.
He scored 60 points on Friday night and then dropped 49 last night.
Mm-hmm. I had him 35 last night.
I mean,
and then, if you want to put that in, you had that San Antonio Washington game last week where Wemby put up a 50 piece, and then Jay Poole had 42. That was a heck of a game.
real quick aside, I think the Wizards need to move Kuzma because I think he's affecting Koulibaly and Kaishan George. They don't seem to be playing as free, and I think he takes a lot of bad shots early in the clock that they're not used to, and that's what's hurting them right now. And I'll leave it at that.
Well, Kuz just trying to get his numbers.
All right, and that's the problem.
That is a problem.
Well,
and then Cleveland Cavaliers still undefeated.
Still
I thought y'all
undefeated.
beat them last night.
I think, huh?
I thought y'all beat them last night.
We don't play them till Tuesday, I think.
Nah, Tatum hit a last second shot the other last
That
night.
was against Toronto, bro. You want me to get into that one?
Oh, okay. I knew it was somebody y'all hit the last second shot again.
126-123 Boston win over Toronto. Tatum had 24 points, 9 assists, 11 rebounds, threw up a brick, ending regulation. God dang, it was a brick. And then that was just a 15-footer from top of the key. And then in overtime, man, he was up near the logo when he put that one up. Well, it was at least 30, 32 feet. And
I just think y'all stole a ball game last night. I'm sorry. I thought it was Cleveland y'all beat.
nah, we got Cleveland Tuesday.
You know who's endeared themselves to Cleveland?
Donovan Mitchell?
Other than Donovan Mitchell, Kevin Love. Kevin Love has endeared himself to Cleveland.
He's still running with them?
I didn't think he was still there. I thought he was in Miami for some reason.
I thought he was gone too.
I thought he was gone too, but I'm looking at this graphic. But hold on, let me make sure. Nope, they got. Well, he endeared himself to Cleveland while he was there. They got him in Miami. He's in Miami. They got the wrong graphic. But he endeared himself to Cleveland when he was there, and like he wasn't even himself when he was there. Kevin Love's a 20-20 guy. And that's 20-20. I'm being generous because this dude has put up 25 and 25 before. He's put up 30 and 20.
Yeah, he don't rebound like he used to. He don't rebound like he used to because he's spotting up all the time. But do you remember when Kevin Love used to be a scoring threat? I mean,
Oh my goodness.
He used to put up some big games. Where was he at? Minnesota?
Yep.
Yeah.
Now,
when he was the face of the franchise, he used to put up some points.
I'm gonna put it to you like this.
What happens when you become the third guy in LeBron offense?
Yeah, you don't. He became the Chris Bosh. He turned out just like Chris Bosh.
Mm-hmm. I did not know he was still in Cleveland. Good for him.
Now, it'd be great if he finished his career in DC.
Oh boy, here we go with the West Unsell tie.
Who finished? Kevin Love?
Yep. If he finished his career in DC.
That ain't happening. If
Why not? He can play for his Godfather's team.
If he's still with Cleveland now.
No, he with Miami.
Oh, I thought you just said he was with Cleveland.
No, I had to double check.
Okay. That's what Midnight Rider thought he was at. Yeah, okay. There's a chance. I guess you can't say there's not a chance, but I don't see him coming to Washington.
Hey, if he could play for his Godfather's team, I think it'd be a good thing.
And look at what Vassalonis is doing in Washington, man. He's been solid.
Yeah.
Block shots, rebounds, 10 rebounds, where was he? Huh?
Go ahead.
Where was he at? Vassalonis. He was where?
Valanciunas
was it
New Orleans.
Okay.
Yeah.
He was down there with Zion and Brandon. That's right. But he's solid then, and he's got nice little post moves.
The only problem is they post them up.
Yeah, I don't know if Washington's going to hold on to him though. I think all he has is the 1 year.
I think he's a trade piece. As the trade deadline comes and goes, they shouldn't have Kuzma. They shouldn't have Valanciunas on this roster going forward.
Yeah, he's a help, and I'm sure he's good with the young guys. But yeah, Kuz definitely needs to go. I don't know who wants him.
Matty Ice said,
Wow.
"You guys still sleeping on the Cavs 14-0, still 14-0."
Yeah,
Mitchell
Boston
from the
gonna bust
Cleveland guy,
their
he
ass.
showed up at the money lot.
Nah, it's the Muni lot.
Muni lot?
Yeah, because it's short for municipal.
Oh,
Yeah.
is that the one where he was cake bowling or something like that?
I don't know exactly what he did, but I know the term because the Muni is a place for where the Cleveland Browns fans go for their pregame. So
Okay.
I know it's a thing. So yeah.
Yeah, that 14-0 ain't lasting this week, Matty. We got you.
I think we good, man.
Mhm.
All right. So, ladies and gentlemen, thank you for joining us. Thank you for sharing this moment and this morning with us. Go watch the greatest pregame show, at least half of it, on Fox, the NFL on Fox itself. Go check that out. Until Tuesday, that's the Gentleman Jack. That's the Midnight Rider. The boss BJ checked in with the boss. Says Matty Ice in the comments. Thank you for joining us. We don't do no overtime, y'all. We are out of here.